From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. That way others will know that we're here. For that, we say thank you so very much, family. Now, I have made it clear, if anybody knows anything about me over all these years, I've been on multiple networks, multiple platforms. Everybody knows wherever you have found me over the years, Vicki is no big, huge sports fan. Yes. So whenever I cover this, because there's some important social, political advantage to it. Yes. And such is the case here. I've discussed Angel Reese before. She is a very powerful WNBA player. Of course, before they officially signed her on, I was covering her here on African Diaspora News Channel in particular because of the anti-Black, anti-woman comments that she constantly got, both from Black men in particular and from general white people in general. Talk Black to me. I think that was a little Freudian slip right there. Family. So in the latest, so I'm gonna have to definitely read what's going on here, because y'all know I don't even know these little words and stuff. I have to research for these sports. I'm reading a piece here from the New York Post that says how Ryan Clark RG3 feud over Angel Reese explodes with reference to the quarterback's interracial marriage. Now, just FYI, ESPN analyst Ryan Clark and Fox Sports analyst Robert Griffin III's public feud about WNBA stars Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is no longer about basketball. The discourse between the former ESPN colleagues started over the Fever Sky game on Saturday when Clark was called for a flagrant foul on Reese in the third quarter. Griffin, who reacted in a video on X, watch this, y'all, with his wife, Greet Griffin, sitting in the background, said that he believed Reese, quote, hated Caitlin Clark, and that's why the Chicago forward yelled at the Fever star after being fouled. It says in a separate video on X, Ryan Clark said Griffin was fueling a negative narrative about Reese and villainizing her, while also including Reese, Griffin's wife, in their home life in his rebuttal. Well, I want you to watch this brief clip.
Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping.
Okay, family. Yes. I would have to say, beloved family, I would have to say that I absolutely agree that RG3 needs to go sit his funny looking self down. And the reason why I say that I believe Ryan Clark was absolutely correct was because, number one, why are you sitting out there with your Karen saying that Angel Reese hates this girl, Caitlin? There's no reason for you even to say that. And I really don't need to add anything to what Ryan Clark said, because it's not often that we find a black man strongly pushing back on the disrespect of black women. We certainly have our issues, but no woman, nowhere, at no time has dealt with as much hell as we have, while we're still trying to keep the whole wide world going on. Because I don't want to hear nothing. Like he said, he'd have made the girl the villain. And this is me saying this, you acting like Caitlin Clark is this damsel in distress. She all right. That girl is all right. That girl is all right. That girl is fine. Don't nobody need to come to her aid. And he's right. He said, and his point is, what are you sitting here talking about hate for? The only hate is self-hate. The man said he'd been married a couple of times. His wife was white both times. And the point is, why would you sit up there and say that so much? You can see the hate in her eyes, or whatever phrase he specifically used there. And his point was, he's not having any conversations to be around black women or the black culture to even make those assessments appropriately. Now, say what you want about competitiveness, sportsmanship, all that stuff. But the fact that he would go so far as to say, hey, no, you can't be, you don't know us. You don't know us. You don't know us like that. You don't know us. Caitlin has gone through what no other player has. So even if she had an attitude, I don't care. But to say that's hate, you taking it too far. While you sit up there, I was looking at a clip of his RG3 clip where he up there talking about he finna have a cold, tall glass of milk to his wife. Child, if you don't, okay, like we don't, like most of us, like me, I don't care. I don't believe in fighting no black man when he want to carry. Girl, I don't do competition. Are you crazy? You can go over there with you and your tall glass of milk. Meanwhile, I'm coffee and chocolate milk and stuff. Like, I don't believe in that. I believe that when black men want to do, go on over there. And then if you get stuck in a tragedy, just don't come this way. Because we sure seen the brothers try to merge back into the life of the sisters and stuff after constantly getting caught up in 2025. That's what I do know. I do not need to add anything else to what this brother said. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody that's not defending our sister in this instance, because she has gone through too much hell. Caitlin is all right. She's an all right player based on the stuff I done read from the profession. She all right. So I'm all of this glory and honor, and it's confusing. It's unremarkable compared to the other black women that have done absolute exploits on the field for decades. On the court, I said on the field. On the court, family. On the court. Let me fix that. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. Be sure to check out my products and services on my website at VickiPlanet.com. Of course, always check on my content here on African Diaspora News Channel. You can also follow me at VickiDillard.tv. That's my personal channel, and subscribe there.